Okay, it's your boy Big Solo over here, and this is a reaction video, obviously, as it's titled, to Batman versus Superman. I saw it last night, early showing, and I just gotta say, it wasn't that good at all. Man, I had my doubts about a few things, but I was gonna give it a chance no matter what. And not only are the things that I had a problem with going into the movie still a problem. It just lagged. Lagged bad. So I'm gonna have spoilers in this. If you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to know anything, then don't watch this video. So I'll give you a few seconds. Boom. The movie dragged on. I mean, people were literally falling asleep in the theater. My friend almost fell asleep. I saw a couple other people putting their head back, gnawing off, and it's just lagged. I mean, it was like an hour and a half or more until any kind of action really happened. And to me, what they should have done was have a Batman movie first that would lead into Batman versus Superman. To me, they try to do too much introducing Batman, this new Batman with Ben Affleck, because they had Man of Steel, which obviously Man of Steel led into this, but I think they should have had a Batman first. It just lagged so bad at the beginning, and both Batman and Superman, or Clark Kent and Bruce Wayne, it's like Scarecrow shot off his hallucinant gas or something, you know what I mean? Like he both these guys had these weird lucid dreams and or thoughts throughout the movie. It was like, what, being a superhero, you just can't handle pressure or what? I mean, maybe they're trying to go for something that I just maybe didn't catch right off the bat, but to me, I thought some of it was really stupid. I mean, like one of the opening scenes was, Bruce Wayne falling, and like when he was a kid after his parents died in on Wayne Manor, and kind of like where he finds the Batcave, where you can do the Batcave, and all of a sudden all these bats show up and he starts floating up, and everybody in the theater were kind of looking around like, what the fuck is going on? And then Bruce Wayne wakes up as an adult, and oh, it was a dream. So you kind of give that one a pass, but Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor Jr. That I thought in itself is stupid. That you bring in Batman, you bring in Superman. They're finally going to fight in a DC movie in live action, and what do? They don't even have Lex Luthor. They have his son. He's not even in it. He's just like gone. And Lex Luthor Jr. It's like, I guess, kind of insane. That has nothing to do like with his father. How he was just like. I mean, okay, he shows that he's smart, but I mean, not like we're all that. Like he gives off power and confidence and all that stuff. Nothing like that. There's a couple of scenes that you just looked at them like, okay, can we end this scene now? I mean, this is him talking is just starting to get really annoying. Once again, they did what they did in Man of Steel. Lois Lane got shoved down your throat, and she's in she's in a lot of scenes that she probably really didn't need to be in. And or more involved than what I think she needed to be in on certain scenes, like towards the end of the fight scenes. And I mean, Doomsday, Lex Luthor creates Doomsday by taking General Zod's body to his old ship and cuts his hand and gives him some fresh DNA and creates a monstrosity known as Doomsday. Has nothing to do with Doomsday's origins. God, that's so annoying. And throughout the whole thing is like Batman is trying to prepare to fight Superman, and he's also trying to get some information on LexCorp and stuff like that. Batman's killing people. That was just wow. Like you're having Batman kill people, and he's using guns. The Batmobile and the Batwing, I guess, yeah, it's called the Batwing. Had guns, and he's throwing cars on top of people and crushing them and shooting up other people, shooting at him. Heroes aren't supposed to kill. Okay, that's like the big thing. Like these big heroes, Superman, Batman, these guys aren't killers, but yet they have them killing. And it's, okay, it's a reimagining, blah, blah, blah. But when you think of Batman, there's a reason why a lot of people like Batman is he's a badass and he doesn't use guns, and he'll go into a room with people using guns trying to kill him, and he doesn't kill any of them. And he doesn't use guns to do it. And I just don't like the fact that they had him killing. It's one thing to say, okay, the Batmobile had a gun. Okay, well, whatever. But to say that he's going to kill people is just so bad. And it really makes me upset. I mean, there's a lot of things in this movie that really got me upset. Then, like I said, the whole thing with Doomsday, you bring in Wonder Woman, and her scenes, I'm not going to lie, they were pretty good with her fighting. They gave her some, I got to give credit to that. Ben Affleck as Batman, I think, was really good. I think he was a really good Batman, and I like the way he played it, and I earned a little more respect for, I'm going to go blank on the actor's name, but the guy who plays Superman. I didn't really necessarily like him too much in Man of Steel. I give him a little more respect in this one. So, I mean, there are a couple of things that you kind of look at like, okay, cool. So then they show the quick clips of The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg. Okay. The scene with Cyborg, I thought was pretty badass. I'm not going to lie. Flash, they show this guy standing, like, it was like Lex Luthor had him all under surveillance, which I thought was kind of stupid in a way too. But I liked how they brought in the whole metagene thing. But then, like, The Flash, they show, I'm assuming it's going to be Barry Allen, of course. I'm assuming. But this guy standing there with, like, long hair and just not what you picture as, The Flash would be. Like, once again, this is before I think they officially make him the Flash. So he has his powers. Because they show him stopping a robbery, like, in plain clothes. Like, doing a quick, no one can see. Aquaman is just chilling in some wrecked ship, and I mean, he's not even in Atlantis. You don't even have Atlantis. He's just some random metahuman that can be in water. That's a stretch. I give it to him on the scene with Cyborg, though. That was pretty cool. Then there was like a scene where Bruce Wayne is dreaming. It looks like he's dreaming, where it looks like I think it was supposed to be the Flash comes back in time, tries to warn him of something, but then he wakes up. So was it a dream, or did that really happen? We know the Flash can time travel, so I mean maybe that's what it is. But then when they finally fight, and they're going at it, and he's getting ready. You think he's getting ready? Batman's getting ready to kill Superman. He has a kryptonite spear. He's getting ready to stab him, and he says, "Save Martha," because Lex Luthor, to get Superman to fight Batman, kidnapped his mother, Martha Kent. Well, Batman's mother, or Bruce Wayne's mother, is also Martha Wayne. So when he says save Martha, he's like, oh, why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name? Oh, that's his mother's name. And then all of a sudden, Batman is just like, your mother's name is my mother's name? I'm going to throw this spear. We're friends now. Woohoo! That was pretty weak. Here they are going back and forth, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, your mom's my mom's name. Well, son of a gun. Guess what? We are friends now. Woo! Please. Oh, that was just bad. And then they joined forces, and, now they're going to, Doomsday's released, and now they're going to fight, and here comes Wonder Woman, and Superman dies. Okay, and when Superman fought Doomsday originally, yes, they die. He dies, but of course he comes back. Everybody knows that, and obviously everybody knows he's going to come back from this. Especially towards the end, when all of a sudden dirt started rising up off of his grave, which obviously was a sign of something. But one thing that was stupid was before all that happened, Batman had cut Superman's face with the kryptonite spear, and. Okay, yes, it would cut him because it's kryptonite. But then when they became, BFFs after the whole thing with, oh, my mom's name is Martha too. He flies away to go confront Lex Luthor, and the scar is still there. It doesn't heal. Now, that might be something so small and minor, but then, and I might be nitpicking, but come on. He's not near the spear anymore. He's not near the kryptonite. That should have healed. It doesn't heal until he has taken Doomsday out into outer space, and America, well, yeah, the president says of the United States says, you know what? They're both out of range. Let's hit them with a nuclear missile, which they do, and all of a sudden, Doomsday falls back to the ground. He's still alive, and Superman seems to be dead, which we all know wasn't true. He's just floating out of space looking like Bizarro. His face had all changed, which I thought was kind of weird and stupid. And then the sun hits him, which we all know the sun gives him his power, and he's back to normal. And he's, piping mad, and he comes flying in, and I don't know. Like I said, they stuff Lois laying down your throat with a lot of the actions that's going on during the fight that to me wasn't necessary, and there's a lot more I could probably go on. If my boy Brian was here, he'd definitely be going off. He didn't even like the whole Wonder Woman scene, but to me, it was a good Batman in a bad movie, and I really hope that the standalone Batman movie is going to be good, and I hope Suicide Squad is going to be good, and hopefully they do a lot of more improvements in the Justice League movie. But this was a bore fest. Like I said, over an hour and a half of nothing. It was just, it's like they try to say we're not doing an origin story, but we're giving you origin story stuff anyways. Doesn't really make sense to me. I would really suggest not going to see this movie. I'd wait, especially because there's going to be a lot of lines because people are going to want to see this movie. I've been hyping up Captain America Civil War for a while, and I'm going to tell you, I already know this is going to blow this movie out of the water. This movie, Batman vs. Superman, if anybody knows me, I hate Iron Man 3 with a passion. This movie almost made me say, you know what? I'd rather watch Iron Man 3. It came this close to doing that to me. But, I mean, it just, my biggest thing is, how are people going to fall asleep during a superhero movie? I don't blame the people. I blame Zack Snyder, who directed this movie and made it with hardly any action. So, I kind of wish I would have recorded this last night. Like I said, I would have been a lot more hyped up than I am now. I've calmed down a little bit, and I'm at work, so I'm doing this, it's a little slow. That's why they hear the echoes in the conference room. I'm going to tell you, go see Civil War. That movie, I think, is going to be way better. If you're going to go see Batman vs. Superman, let me know what your opinion is on it. I really just think it wasn't any good. Like I said, it had its moments, but at the end of the day, it wasn't good. It was dragged out too long. And now, I'm not saying that Captain America Civil War is about the same length, and I'm not saying that's going to be too long. Hey, the one thing that Marvel did over DC is they established all their characters and all their movies somehow intertwine, or they can intertwine because they're in the same universe. So you don't need to do all this extra origin stuff. They're just trying to start off over here in DC with one Batman or one Superman movie, and then they throw Batman in the mix, and then they try to do all this origin stuff that took way too long to do. And we didn't get it. I don't feel like we got enough of Batman in the Batman suit doing Batman stuff. You know what I mean? And so that's why I think that's what really hurt this movie, was not having more of a setup. Whereas Civil War, I think, is to be more action because you already know characters. You already know, all these different characters are coming together to fight against each other. And there's a couple of new ones. And so you might get a little story behind them. But for the most part, everybody knows everybody. There's going to be action. There's going to be, I don't think it's going to be all dialogue like pretty much this movie was. I mean, you go to see a Batman versus Superman. You want to see Batman versus Superman, not exactly that. Nothing. So, I don't know. After you see it, let me know what you think. Give me a comment. If you think I'm just a total asshole and don't know what the hell I'm talking about, let me know that. I mean, hey, this is my opinion. Your opinion can be completely different, and I respect that. I'm not going to try to change your mind. You're not going to be able to change my mind. So, it'd be like that. So definitely liking this video and subscribe to my channel and go check out some of my other videos. And I hope that if you like this, if you like the movie, that you let me know. If you don't like the movie, let me know. And obviously, I gotta go. So, deuces.